nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Still I sketched a blueprint and I mapped the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dash stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop them down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid, nigga. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Young Woo back with another On The Block reaction here on The Block News. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Not later, but right now. Listen, man. Also, hit that hype button. Let's push this shit to the algorithm and put it in their faces. You feel me? Today we here with a No Jumper video. Shout out Adam22. Shout out Rich Rabbit. The title of this one is Rich Rabbit on Being Black Joining the Mexican Gang. Interesting topic. You feel me? Shout out Rich Rabbit. I'm a fan of the music. Before I was reacting to your interviews, nigga, because I know you going viral, you blowing up right now, you know. So before I was reacting to this, I was reacting to Rich Rabbit music, you feel me? And I'm proud to say that I've been a day one reactor, you feel what I'm saying, due to my fans and my audience putting me up onto Rich Rabbit. He is from PlayBoys, Southsider, and this is an interesting title because I always wanted to know, you know, the mindset of a black who became a Serrano gang member or a Southsider or that joins a Mexican gang. Cause like, you know, what hood I'm from, Pueblo. You know, this is a black hood. We got Mexicans part of the hood and all that shit that grew up over there. That's from the hood, rep the hood, push the hood, or whatever way they do. Everybody ain't killers. You feel me? Some of us just bracking. Some of us just bracking for the hood. Rich Rabbit, he bracking. Young Woo, I'm bracking. He do music, I do music. But listen, man, finna get this shit going, man. Let's get it.
This podcast in the world, and today I'm very, very excited to introduce you guys to, if you're not familiar, one of the most interesting people coming out of this LA content scene right now. I know you've seen him slamming the trunk and much, much more. Rich Rabbit is in the building. How you feeling, man?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man.
What's going on?
Shit, just happy to be on this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah. I feel like you really kind of have evolved into like a person where I would have probably interviewed you a couple years ago, but now I feel like you kind of are at a place where like there's a lot of interest and it'll probably like really move shit around.
And I transitioned from just the music and shit and content and all that type of shit now.
Hell yeah. But you were on No Jumper before, right?
I did a mic drop.
Oh, that was okay. Because I was like watching something with you where you like mentioned it, and I was like, okay, like did Duno interview him back in the day or something? Okay,
mic drop
makes sense. All right, so let's go from the beginning. Where are you from? And let's talk about your upbringing a little bit.
I'm from LA, South Central, on the east side of the 110. Shit, I grew up, both my parents went to school in West LA. I went to uni, Paul Revere, Brentwood, all that shit over there.
Okay.
And shit, to be honest, I had a decent upbringing. It just, you feel me? I just chose to do the other shit, go to the streets, around a little bit.
Because as soon as you say Brentwood, that's like one of the more expensive areas of Los Angeles that you could possibly live in.
We used to get those choices pamphlets in the mail. And my mom filled them out, send me over there on the bus.
What was that like, though? You were probably exposed to a ton of rich kid shit that you wouldn't have known about otherwise, right?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was fun. To be honest, more of my better years came from being on that side. Growing up, the diversity, different cultures, all the shit.
Definitely.
Cool.
So I believe in that some of the best years was on the west side, nigga, because every nigga on the east side, nigga, we love, nigga, to get some property on the west side. Niggas from the east side, they get money, they go straight to the west. So that's an interesting story because, you know, this is my first time hearing about where he's from. I would have assumed he grew up on the east side being from an east side gang, you know, because it's Playboy Crips on the west side over there in that area you're speaking on. So it's kind of like interesting, you know. I'm looking forward to hearing more from my boy Rich Rabbit. Like I said, man, I follow him on Instagram. I've been reacting to his music. You know, I'm loving the come up, bro. It's nothing more to say at this point. We're gonna keep this shit going, man. Let's get it.
But you feel like you were always kind of drawn to getting in trouble and shit?
Yeah, low key, just like trying to entertain, being the class clown, just gravitating towards the bullshit, like average bullshit kid.
What were your parents like though? Were they more on the straight and narrow, or were they into some shit?
Yeah, my pops, he's from Oklahoma.
Okay.
He came down here when he was like 17. My mom, a working lady, worked for the school district, LAUSD yard supervisor for the kids and shit.
Mm-hmm. But so were you actually getting in trouble while you were in high school, or?
Hell yeah. Even I used to go to the school, even from elementary. I used to go where my mom worked, but she ended up, that's where I transitioned to Brentwood from elementary, because I used to always get in trouble, and since she worked there, they would just go get her. So she on the clock. She don't want to always deal with me just getting in trouble, and they bringing me to her on the clock, so she transferred me to somewhere else.
Okay. But how did you feel like you fit in with the goody two shoe ass kids over there? Was it like what was your perception of like their lifestyle and everything?
To be honest, it was just more fun. They more stuff to do, more programs, more activities for the kids. It just opened my eyes up to like different things I wouldn't, education wise, activities I wasn't getting in the hood.
Definitely. Okay. So
yeah, when it comes to the hood, you get better teachers. The teachers get a better pay after a certain amount of years working in the hood. They lead the hood schools, because the schools in the hood don't pay as much as these schools in these rich areas. These rich area schools, or these middle class, high class areas, they got more resources, more money in the hood, more shit going on. So, you know, they like to say the east side is more grimy, but that's the reason why. It's less money on the east side, you know, based on the statistics and, you know, from what we see. You know, from Rich Rabbit telling the story, from me telling the story. It was some shit to do, you know, but we ain't have as much as the west side had, for sure. Nigga, I'm from the projects, the low bottoms, to be exact. We finna get this shit going though, man. Let's get it.
You graduated high school?
Nah, then I dropped out like 11.
Why? What happened?
I just, to be honest, I just stopped going to school one day. Like, it started from me, stop going to class, to stop pulling up to the school, to just, I'm just unenrolled in general, just stop going in.
What were you doing? You were just kind of being lazy, or were you getting fucked up? Or?
Nah, I was just being lazy, because I wasn't really smoking weed in high school and doing none of that shit. I was just trying to be a class clown, going late, bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of being a teenager, is you
no
just
homework, all that type of shit.
You just don't want to do shit. Like, if you had asked me what I wanted to do when I was 16, I probably would have been like, sit here and play video games and listen to music.
Yeah, it wasn't that I couldn't do the work. I just didn't want to.
Okay, so where do you go from there? Is that when you like really start hanging out on the block and shit more?
Yeah, because after Brentwood, I went to continuation school. That's when I more so start. After uni, I went to continuation school, so that's when I more so start fucking up in continuation school.
Okay, so what did you start doing around that time?
Hanging on the block more, going to the park, kicking it with people I didn't have no business kicking it with, all that type of shit.
Okay, and you're kind of on the younger side of things because you're like 16 or whatever?
16, 17.
Right, and so, okay, that is that kind of when you get more introduced to the gang lifestyle?
More so like in continuation school, hanging around, stop pulling up to the school, hanging with the wrong people. More so like in my community more, because once I transitioned from being in West LA, it's like now I'm just in my community more often, so I just gravitated towards that.
So you say like the wrong people, but like, was that your perspective at the time, or when you look at it now, is that just
not at the time? I'm just kicking it, you feel me? This is my crowd. But now looking back, but not then, no. Okay,
but like, so you're black fully?
Yeah, I'm fully black. Yeah,
and you're hanging out with mostly Mexicans at that time, or?
Yeah, even in high school before that, most of my friends was Hispanic, my neighbors.
Sounds about right, man. The west side, or even being in a school like uni. I think I visited uni. That's University High School. If I'm not mistaken, that's over there by UCLA or one of them university. You know what I'm saying? So you in the area, you seeing college students, you seeing this money in this area. So, you know, like I said, it's interesting that, you know, motherfucker lose interest in an opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Rich Rabbit though, but You know, that lets you know how strong the pull from the streets is. Nigga hanging on the block. Like, as you get older, you look back like, why was I hanging with these niggas? These niggas ain't like me. These niggas was on some bullshit. These niggas was actually bad influences on my life. These are the type of niggas I wouldn't even want my kids to hang around. That's why niggas grow up and their kids don't be gangbangers, because they don't want their kids to be tricked like they was, you feel me, hanging around these goofy niggas that didn't have the best interest for them. But we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
Hispanic, so that's just always been the crowd that I gravitated toward.
Okay. Were you just like not around a lot of black people, or were you just mostly around Mexicans, or was there something like culturally that kind of drew you in that direction?
It's crazy because it is like I was around black people too, but most of my friends that I gravitated towards just so happened to be Hispanic, and then I just hung around most of the Hispanics. Okay,
so it was more of like a coincidence rather than like black people in general or Hispanic people in general. It was more just like the people you naturally were hanging out with.
Yeah, just naturally I end up in class with them conversating, or we ended up living in a duplex together or something. So you feel me? That's just always been where I landed.
When did it like start to be a conversation of like, oh, you're gonna actually be from a hood or be from over here?
Because I was in between all that, I was already from a tagging crew with people from my neighborhood that I lived on the block with, other blocks around. So it was like eventually it was gonna happen because we around here, you tagging, you doing this, you doing that. So y'all gonna eventually have to be from somewhere official.
Okay, yeah. Was it one of those things where like the whole tagger crew gets rolled up into the hood? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So were you pretty good at graffiti, or you're just fucking around? Okay.
I was never really like a tagging person, actually, to be honest. I just was more so, you feel me, the dude around doing my thing, other shit.
Okay.
I wasn't really a tagger.
All right. And so at that point, like, did your life change a lot, or like did you think it was going to change a lot? Like how did life change?
Yeah, that's when I fully just dedicated to the streets. After that, like I started getting in more trouble, the juvenile hall shit and all the other bullshit that come with the streets.
What'd you do to get you sent to juvenile hall?
Robbery.
Bullshit
really? Robbery.
Was it like, it wasn't armed robbery? You just like took something?
We hit a house and somebody left some shit, and they end up going around the neighborhood, seeing it in my front yard, and boom.
Oh shit. So how long were you in there for that?
Probably like a month. The first court date, they made me go back, see how I was gonna behave in that motherfucker, and see how I can cause how I was behaving, they said I couldn't go back to live with my parents, so they had to find somewhere stable for me when I got out. So they found my auntie, and after that, like about a month, I got out with my auntie, and then after that, I got sent to like a boot camp program.
Really? And what was your attitude on all this? Was it like the end of the fucking world, or were you kind of like, whatever, this is sort of fun, this is the important part of my education?
I was done, bro. Yeah, to be honest, I was just like, this how I go. Like, I just went with the flow. I get in trouble, take what come with it, on to the next.
What kind of experiences were you having in there that you hadn't had before, that were you like finding out about a lot more of what the streets were like and everything?
Nah, because to be honest, juvenile hall and all that shit, it ain't like county jail and shit. It's more like a free for all. It ain't really as much structure. Yeah, you run into enemies, you run your little phase, you have problems, but it ain't like the county jail.
Interesting. So then that boot camp, how was that?
That shit was bullshit. I didn't last probably but like 2-3 months before, because I was doing all that ROTC shit and all that, but I just ended up, right when I came back one day, back to LA for a station, I just ended up staying and ran away from the camp and just never went back.
And they didn't like somehow force you to go back?
Yeah, they was looking for me for a while, but they couldn't find me because I just was hanging out. My uncles and grandma and them was helping me hide and shit, so I was just kicking it for a while.
And then eventually they
just let it go because I turned 18, so it's like, after a while, what can you do? You grown.
Okay. And so that whole time period, you don't have a job or anything? You're just like hustling and shit?
Hell no, I'm just out in the street, smoking weed at that point, hanging in the hood with the homies, all the bullshit.
Okay. And so do you ever get like locked up for a more substantial period of time during all that?
Not as a kid. And then I went to county as an adult, but it still wasn't for like no extensive time, for like two months. something like that.
2 months in the county?
Yeah.
How was that? That was
Yeah, I get that from Rich Rabbit, you feel me? That's why I can relate to him, you feel me? We ain't no jail going niggas now. I never been to Youth Authority, LP, none of that shit. I ain't never been to but I've been to the county, you feel what I'm saying? I've been to Wayside, and it ain't never been no extensive amount of time. So, you know, shout out to Rich Rabbit, you know, he was able to dodge that type of life. Like, yeah, niggas go to jail. Nigga make a mistake, but nigga ain't did no prison time. Nigga staying out the way, and a nigga going viral for something more positive than just the street shit. The street shit helped me become who I am. The streets raised me. The streets taught me. I grew up in this shit. I seen a lot of shit. It helped form me to the person I am today, but I'm going viral for something else. You know what I'm saying? Just being a street nigga going viral for what I'm going viral for. But listen, man, let's get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
way different than what you had done before, I guess.
Yeah, because that's when the whole segregation come in. You know, you around only Hispanics. You gotta use this fountain, piss here, all that type of shit. Yeah.
And like, if they look at you, you're black, but you're from a Mexican hood, so you're basically Mexican in the county, I'm guessing.
Basically, yeah.
Does that get tricky?
To a certain extent, yeah, but it's like a respect thing. If you a person that know how to carry yourself, you won't run into problems. But if you just loose, you don't really care about respecting others and how you move, then that's when the problems come. But other than that, I ain't really had no problems. I had little warnings probably because I walked past a table that was specifically for African Americans, and I'm with the Hispanics, so that probably I got a little backlash.
Shit, I remember I was in the county, Wayside, just be exact. Nigga told me we can go cut through these tables. I remember accidentally cutting through the tables like twice. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck around and start a riot. I remember when everybody sleep, I'm trying to use the phone. The nigga who running the dorm or whatever, nigga like the phones don't work. I'm like, this nigga lied to me. I'm like, okay, maybe that mean I just can't use them. Let me lay my ass down before I start some shit up in this motherfucker. Like, I'm trying to go home. You feel me? But listen, man, let's get this shit back going, man. Shout out Rich Rabbit. Let's get it.
From that, but other than that, not really nothing serious.
Damn, yeah, because I just imagine that, like, it must be like such a topic of conversation, and it must be so like interesting to people because they're just so like just have a hard. It's like a white guy being from a gang, sort of like where they just everybody like milk just draws so much more attention than anyone else, like from Hoover, damn near, I guess maybe until recent memory, just because the fact that he's white. So I feel like it's got to be like a big conversation of like.
Yeah, to be honest, you would think so, but I feel like, to be honest, they like that shit because really you get an African American up in there, he probably more strong, whatever the case may be. So really it is more in favor. It's like a nigga that we could use to fight. He good when it's time to fight with us. So that's really what it be.
Damn. So, and the Mexicans never like feel a way about it?
It is some, you could tell because little demeanors and postures and all that shit. But for the most part, nah, they don't really care. But it is them few that for sure they not with all that.
Yeah, basically what he's saying, it's a few niggas from over there that's racist as a motherfucker, and they don't give a fuck that you from the hood. They don't like you. They want to associate with you. They look at you funny, but they ain't bigger than the program, so they gotta fall in line. When it's time to go for you, they gotta go for you. They can't be like, but in their mind, they don't like your ass. You still a nigga to them, you know, because a lot of Southerners, Serrano, Southsider, they be racist. But shout out to Rich Rabbit for giving me a little more insight on, you know, being a nigga that's black and joining a Mexican gang. I gotta react to that other shit because I see you talk about peso and how you fell out with. Listen, I want to know it all. I'm fucking with you, Rich Rabbit. I already let you know, man. But listen, shout out to No Jumper for giving us street niggas, you know, opportunities. You ain't gave me mine yet, but I know it's coming soon, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Not later, but right now. My name is Young Boo, the Seeds on the block. No. First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Still I sketched a blueprint, and I'm out the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dad stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I ask Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. I overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid, nigga.